Supposing you worked in a shoe shop or you worked in a restaurant as a waiter and you have to come into Manhattan and they're taking, many dollars out of your pocket. You can't afford to do it.
The president there speaking, as you could see, from Air Force One on his way back to Washington, D.C. Also here tonight, Governor Hochul saying that a lawsuit has already been filed to keep congestion pricing in place. Bauman has more now from the congestion zone on what it means for you.
The license plate readers are staying on for now. That's according to Governor Hochul, who's calling the Trump administration's attempt to terminate congestion pricing an attack on New York's sovereignty.
Congestion pricing is not a good situation. And they're treating the people of New York very badly.
In case you don't know, New Yorkers, we're in a fight. We do not back down. Not now, not ever.
The gloves are off after Governor Kathy Hochul received this letter from Trump's Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy Wednesday, warning his office will contact the state to discuss the orderly cessation of congestion pricing.
I think there's a lot of great ideas around congestion pricing and how we can reduce it, but you can't take American taxpayers who paid for roads and block them out and say you can't access this unless you pay additional money.
The tolling plan was approved by the Biden administration last year and began January 5th. Since then, most drivers have been charged $9 to enter Manhattan below 60th Street, which the MTA says has already reduced traffic.
And the central business district areas have had a surge in pedestrian traffic, office workers, tourists, shoppers that far outpaces the rest of the city.
Trump promised on the campaign trail to revoke congestion pricing's federal approval and is now celebrating its potential demise. Posting on social media, Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king.
New York hasn't labored under a king in over 250 years. And we are not. We sure as hell are not going to start now.
Congestion pricing has already survived several lawsuits, including from New Jersey and Long Island.
One thing that I did like about it was that it was easy for me to get back and forth into the city.
It ends up just being a tax on every commuter, which just sucks.
The MTA quickly filed a lawsuit to block the transportation secretary, who in his letter cites the cost to working class drivers and the use of revenue for mass transit upgrades for his decision. Legal experts say the feds face an uphill battle on this one.
The only way this can be accomplished is if Congress enacts legislation revoking their authorization.
The Trump administration's letter comes on the same day Mayor Eric Adams appeared in court over the DOJ's request to dismiss his corruption case, while the governor has been weighing whether to oust the mayor from office.
Do you think the Trump administration is trying to send a message in sending this letter today?
I have no clue.
And congestion pricing is expected to raise $15 billion for repairs for mass transit, and the MTA says there is no contingency plan if the Trump administration manages to turn off those license plate readers. In Midtown Manhattan, Bauman, CBS News, New York.
The Democratic governor of New Jersey praised the president's move. Drivers from his state have been paying the fee on top of tolls to cross the Hudson. And during a segment on News 12 New Jersey, Ask Governor Murphy, he said the congestion pricing is a bad deal.
Commuters were paying through the nose. The pollution was coming to us, not going away. And we weren't getting money, sufficient amount of money to deal with the pollution. So that's not a deal we can sign on to.
The governor says he's in favor of a form of congestion pricing that protects the environment, but calls its current structure a money grab for the MTA. Now, some of the loudest voices against this congestion pricing actually came from Long Island, and that includes Hempstead in Nassau County, which had filed a lawsuit. The county executive argued the MTA can generate revenue with some internal changes.
The MTA should concentrate on now is making sure that people pay their fares, that they're not fare beating in the subways, that we get revenue that way, that they have cleaner subway systems, and that they have safer subway systems.
In its lawsuit, Hempstead argued congestion pricing exceeded its congressional authority as a pilot program. You can read the full letter from the Transportation Secretary and how we got here on our website, cbsnewyork.com.